What is the Ubuntu Linux file system hierarchy? Imagine walking into a well-organized library where every book has its place. That's how the Ubuntu Linux file system hierarchy works. It's a structured way to organize all the files and folders on your computer. This setup is based on a standard called the File System Hierarchy Standard, which makes sure different Linux distributions follow similar rules. At the very top, there is the root directory, represented by a /. Think of it as the main trunk of a tree. Everything else branches out from this root. Only the administrator, called the root user, can make changes directly under this top level. From there, the hierarchy splits into many important directories. The first one is /bin, which holds essential programs needed to run the system. These are commands like listing files or copying data. Next is /boot, which contains the files needed to start up the computer, like the kernel, which is the core part of the operating system. The /dev directory holds device files that representing hardware like your mouse, keyboard, or hard drive. Then there is /etc., where configuration files live. These files tell the system how to behave and include settings for networks and user accounts. The /home directory is where each user has their personal space to store files, documents, and photos. The /lib directory contains libraries, which are small pieces of code that programs use to run smoothly. For removable drives like USB sticks or external disks, /media and /mnt are used for mounting or connecting these devices to the system. The /opt directory is for optional software that you might install separately. /proc is a virtual system that shows information about running processes and system resources. The /root directory is the home folder for the main administrator, the root user. The /run directory stores data that needs to be kept temporarily but across reboots. /sbin contains system tools used mainly by administrators. The /srv directory holds data for services like web servers or file sharing. /sys is another virtual system that provides details about hardware components. The /temp directory is for temporary files that are usually deleted when the computer restarts. The /usr directory is a big part of the system, containing user programs, libraries, and shared data. Inside it are folders like /usr bin for user commands, /usr-lib for libraries, and /usr-share for shared data. Lastly, /var stores data that changes often, like logs, email, or print jobs. Knowing how this hierarchy is set up helps you manage your Ubuntu system better. It makes finding files easier and helps when installing or troubleshooting software. Because Ubuntu follows this standard structure, switching to other Linux distributions becomes simpler. This consistency makes Ubuntu a user-friendly choice for both beginners and experienced users.